Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I know you're all tired. You've been waiting for me, but as they say, the best comes last. So let's begin. Where have I started? Well, it all started with drama, and ever since I've been a small child and growing up, I've been into these dramatic arts and all these theatrics. And growing up, I embraced it. So, for example, here I have a few pictures. Here on the left, it's from a school play as Ebenezer Scrooge, and also in the middle I have playing the rabbit in Alice in Wonderland. Hey. But ever since I was growing up, I attended multiple clubs, after-school activities, which also improved and helped me with my theatrical arts and my life in this way. But I also have to thank my parents. My parents have been the ones that led me to coming and going to these clubs and after-school activities, so I'd like to thank them publicly here on stage tonight. They're over there. And they've always led me to be open-minded and always to be forward-thinking and being empathetic to others. But, too far. But it was also the help of my supportive teachers that allowed me to be a part of this project that I'm going to be presenting to you tonight. That allowed me to go to this project and be a part of it. Now, it was also the fact that I go to international schools throughout my life, so being exposed to these different cultures and different people, getting to meet them, that also benefited me. Well, okay, hold your horses. I know I'm taking and extended your time here, but we're getting there. So, one afternoon, I changed my school, my theater school, and I met here Yulia Kozakova. She is the mind, the soul, and the creator of this beautiful project that I'm going to be presenting to you tonight. The Dramatický mezipriestor, roughly translated as the dramatic interspace. Also, we'll get to that part. And she, when I got into that school, she was currently looking into getting these new people into her project, into this activity. She was doing also IB, so it was her cast project. And I got in also to get my cast project hours in. So she was looking for the right people. And since I had this theatrical background, I was one of the best volunteers, I would say. Hey. So, after a short talk with my parents, and even faster talk with Yulka, I said, I'm in. So I would like to present to you the team. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it tonight, but on my left here, you have Vierka, Milan, Matuš, Láďa, Mášenka, Kvietka, and Vojta. All these kids, except Mášenka and Matuš, came from Brno, a small city, and from their Brno Bronx, as they like to call it. It's the suburbs where a lot of these Roma kids and Roma families came together, and they live here for the past, 50 years or so. So, what was the project about? The project aimed to destroy prejudice. Even in today's societies, we see that a lot of people, even just walking across a room with a Roma person or a person from a different minority group, people get really afraid. They start hiding their wallets, their belongings, because they feel prejudiced that they might steal something. This is not true, and this is this project aimed to abandon all these ideas and ideologies. It aimed to improve the cooperation between the majority and the minority. I think Yulka has done an amazing job getting everybody together and coming together to one idea, and that worked out perfectly. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to my colorful Interspace. So, now, a quick disclosure. Colorful does not mean based on our color of skin. It means that we are all sharing something common. Life isn't just black and white. Life is colorful, as you might see. As you've seen in the video, we had to cooperate. We had to, for example, a classic team building activity, build a spaghetti tower and place a marshmallow on the top. So we had to cooperate. Everybody had a different ideology and different ideas were brought to the table. And we had to listen to each other. Now, as you all, again, seen in the video, we had a girl of Roma origin come in and talk about her life being brought up in a family of Caucasian whites and how that affected her life. Now, she is currently pregnant, and she is also engaged with a white boy. Hey, so that again affected her life in different ways. We had to collaborate in different activities. Again, working together to one set goal. And we had to bring ideas to the table. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we had different ideas and we had to listen to each other. This was the main point of this entire project. We had to get curious, but we had to also care for each other. We had to cook breakfasts, lunches, and dinners for the majority of our workshop part, the main part. And since we had our breakfast together, we also had our evenings together. So for example here, we are in the afternoon settling down, preparing to get into beds. We had a fun time, so we said, hey, let's sing a little bit. But of course, we had to go crazy a little bit. And theater is not just about the serious parts. It's also about having fun. This is your life. These few desks on the elevated above normal ground. This is your life. And at the end, you produce something, your final goal. Here, we were in a tram, which was converted into a theater space. It was a beautiful space, a really private thing. And it was called Nopovets. It was a basic idea of storytelling. Storytelling is just talking, plain talking a story, giving new ideas to everybody listening. So, I met a lot of people, I met a lot of cultures, and I experienced everybody in this room. Just a quick note, this is Julka, and this is Tereska and Juraj. Those were our main tutors that helped us and guided us, since they are theater students. So, this is my colorful Interspace. Now, I didn't just come here to promote the dramatic Interspace as a whole, but I wanted you to inspire you in some way. So, how can you enter this colorful Interspace? Let's get visual. This is a room. There is one door here, one door here. On one side, there's you. On the other side, there's them. Everybody's holding the handle, knowing that there is something behind that door. A common area that we all have to share. But people are usually very scared of what's behind this door. They're scared that these people on the other side won't accept them. That these people, you won't understand what they're talking about. And thirdly, that you won't find common grounds in your ideologies. Now, the idea of the space and how we entered it all was with tolerance, with open minds, and with love. You can't come into this room, into this Interspace, without thinking about what the other person is thinking about. You can't come into this space in a combat position. You have to come in open-handed, greet them. And even if that door is still closed when you come in, maybe open it for them. Let them into your space. Give them that final push that gets them over the edge. So, what can you discover as a person? As I mentioned, I discovered new people. I met new people in this beautiful project. I got into a new environment. As I mentioned, the workshop was just a few kilometers away. Yet, I still not got into that environment yet. It was in Senecke Jezera, just half an hour from here. Yet, I've never been there. New environment. So, meeting new cultures, that was also another thing that was brought up, and those ideologies and differences that we then got to share. So, even if that doorstep is your horizon, it is a horizon to step over. And I would like you all to find a way to meet new cultures, meet new people, and go into new environments with open minds and going over your horizons. Thank you very much for your attention. I'd like to wish you a colorful evening.